plan to reset the run today. So let's get into that. I just realized I should probably show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so here we are at the chicken run. And you did see me take some compost out of here in the last video, but it's not looking great. So with all this like rain we've been having, our little run has been overthrown by the mess of the chickens, and it's just time for it to be freshened up. I don't want them staying like this, and I'm sure they don't want to stay like this. So I'm just going to go around and fill the holes that they've dug, because in some spaces they have actually created crevices. They've dug a trench pretty much around the entire expanse of the coop, and then they dig out the sand and it covers up the bricks, and sometimes the gate doesn't want to open. So I'm going to start by removing everything out of the run. So I guess let's do that. The plan is to bring the wheelbarrow in here and dig out all of this compost first, exposing this little section of concrete. Right, so I'm just going to start by scooping up all of this compost and putting it in the wheelbarrow. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to move this wheelbarrow. I think it might be a bit heavy on this really soft, uneven surface. But I'm going to give it my best shot. Okay. Not as bad as what I thought it would be. I'm not only going to be working on the run, I'm also going to be cleaning out this coop, because it looks like a chicken has exploded in here, because Myrtle is currently going through her mold. So I am going to come through and do a general cleanup, level it out, and reset it for the ladies as well. So now that I've got most of the poop scooped up, and I normally do this once a week if I'm perfectly honest, I'll come around on a Monday, I'll go through the coop, pick up any droppings that there are, and dispose of those. Inevitably, some of these wood chips will fall down on the ground. That is not typically an issue because we rake it into the furrows that they dig, or we rake it onto the compost heap and it breaks down as the chickens scratch through. However, lately it has been very wet and rainy here, so it hasn't been done, and this does seem a little bit worse than the normal that we have to deal with. Bearing in mind, we do only have 3 hens, and now we've currently got the 2 little babies, so soon we'll have to do it bi-weekly just to accommodate the amount of chickens that we have. Okay, so this is what the inside of the chicken coop currently looks like. Yes, I know these bars could do with a bit of a clean, but before we go into winter, we will do one full overhaul of the coop where we come in and we sanitize and we reset completely with a thick layer for winter. But for now, everything looks good in here, so we can carry on with the outside. Now that we're done with the inside of the coop, I can focus on cleaning up this mess outside. And that for me is going to start off with raking and sweeping down this concrete piece. So I normally start by raking just to get the larger things off of the actual slab itself, and then I come through with a hard bristle broom and sweep it off properly. So earlier, because the wheelbarrow was getting full and I was a bit worried that it was heavy, I obviously left some of this behind. So I'm just going to take this now and put it back on the main piece of soil or turf. I think what I'm going to do now is rake all of this and push it back into the furrows that they've dug along the edges of the run, and hopefully level it out somewhat. Feels better. This is by no means going to stop them from digging, but it gives me peace of mind that it's a little bit more compact. So I've even turned red. Let me just say, working in the chicken run is not for the weak-hearted. I've had to put in some heavy work here. This is currently the condition of the run. So here where Mildred is digging, I will give this one final sweep a little bit later, once I've decided whether or not I'm going to put their dust bath in this section. I actually think I am. And then I have taken as much of the loose debris and put it in these trenches and just backfilled them so that they are more level. So far I'm quite content with the outcome. There's still a little bit more work to be done, but nothing too serious. Just for a little update, here Pip and the two little babies. They are loving this new garden bed, because for the most part they can actually fit through the holes in the fence, and it means that they're safe and away from the other chickens who might want to bully them. So they have free reign in this rose garden in the new bed. They even hop up in those little pots, but they are doing well. They are losing a bit of their tiny chick fluff, but they are developing feathers of their own. So my next step is just going to be to clean out these feeders and waterers. They are clean on the regular, but with the rain it gets stuck on and you just need to get stuck in and get it done. Okay guys, so I don't have that much more to do. I've just washed all the chicken feeders and the water, and now I'm going to fill them up and put them back in for this evening. I am going to start by refilling their water. So what I am going to do is I am going to take my apple cider vinegar and I'm going to add to this container about a tablespoon's worth of apple cider vinegar. I'm just going to take the hose pipe now and fill this up. I'm just going to go and put this in the coop, in the run. So this has been happening quite a bit. The chicks happen to get into the vegetable patch, and while they do stay close to mom, they're on the opposite side of the fence. So I have to come along and encourage them to get out of the garden. Let's go and fill this with food. I'm not filling this feeder at the moment. Our chickens are not particularly keen on this variety of feed. I think the actual pellets themselves are a little bit too big and they're not crazy about them. But also because this is going to stay out overnight and I don't want to encourage any mice coming into the run. Hey guys, I'm actually done in the run for today and I will show you what the outcome is shortly. But first I just wanted to say thanks for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you taking the time to spend your time with me while I get some of my work done around the homestead. Have a fantastic day guys. Bye! Right, so this is what we've ended up with. I know it doesn't look 100% perfect, but it is better. As you can see, the chickens have already started digging new craters. That's not the end of the world. What I'll do is on a Monday, I'll come round and I will rake all of the loose organic matter back into the holes and we will slowly build up our compost pile again. But all in all, that's what we've achieved today. Yes, it does look a little bit plain at the moment because we've taken the lavender out, but I think the chickens are going to appreciate having a nice clean run and coop.